Hello everyone, this is Tarun Kashyap and you are watching creativeskillsonline.com YouTube channel, and in this today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can write a perfect blog post for your blog. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So for writing a perfect blog post, you need to first know your target audience, who your target audience is. Because without knowing your target audience, you cannot write a perfect blog post for them. So in order to write a perfect blog post, you need to figure out what their age is, what they like, what they dislike, and what their flavor is. So in order to do that, you need to create a buyer persona. And a buyer persona is nothing but a complete demographic of your target audience. Let me show you what a buyer persona looks like. So this is a buyer persona. You need to be having this in order to properly know your target audience. A buyer persona completely shows what your target audience likes and dislikes. So here in this example, you can see what their target audience background is, what their identifiers is, like what the vehicles he drives in, what their age group is, and what their goals is. Figuring out these things is known as buyer persona. So you need to figure out the buyer persona of your target audience in order to write a complete proper blog post for them. In this way, your target audience is going to like your blog post and you are going to get more social shares. And the second tip I have for you is research top 10 competitors for your keyword on Google's first page. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean to say that you need to properly research top 10 competitors for your keyword. You need to type in your keyword on the Google, and on the first page, you need to research all the top 10 websites that are coming in the first page. The reason why I am saying this is our main goal is to come in the first page and beat all those 10 articles. So in order to do that, we need to figure out what our competition is writing and we have to write a better article than them. I'm not saying that you need to completely copy their article. I'm just saying that you need to figure out all the loopholes and the points they are missing, and then based on your research data, you need to provide a better article than them. So that's the whole point of researching top 10 competitors for your keyword. And also one thing I forgot to tell you, you don't need to go beyond first page because nobody visits second page beyond first page. So that's the reason why I'm telling you to research top 10 competitors for your keyword on the first page of the Google page results. Researching first page results is enough and you don't need to go beyond first page because a very few percentage of people really go beyond first page, and you don't need to focus beyond that. Okay. So the second thing is you need to keyword research. This is the very first thing that you need to do in order to write a perfect blog post, because without doing a keyword research, in my opinion, you are wasting your time. Without doing a keyword research, your blog cannot be identified by Google what your blog post is all about. So that's why you have to keyword research your blog post before even writing your blog post. So you need to keyword research before you even start to write your blog post. The reason why I'm saying this is when you don't do a keyword research, you write randomly about the stuff that you know and you don't put keywords in your article, then Google is not going to identify your article, what your article is all about. So that's the reason why people do keyword research before even writing a blog post. So you also need to do keyword research. So for doing a keyword research, you need some tools, and I have made a complete list of tools that you can get in my website. Just go in my website and see the article on how to write a blog post, and you will find a complete list of keyword research tools that you need to use in order to do a keyword research. So that's the reason why you need to keyword research before you even write a blog post. So the next thing is you need to find all the LSI keywords and incorporate those keywords into your blog post. This also helps in search engine optimization. The main purpose of incorporating LSI keywords into your blog post is to make your article more relevant to the keyword that you are targeting for. So for finding LSI keywords, you just need to type in your target keyword on the Google, and at the bottom of the Google page results, you see some search results related to that keyword. Those are called LSI keywords. Let me show you an example. So in this example, I have just typed in how to start a blog, and at the bottom of the search results, this shows me some related keywords. These are called LSI keywords. So you need to find those LSI keywords and incorporate them into your blog post. The tools that I have mentioned in my article about how to write a blog post, in that article you will find some keyword research tools. So with the help of that keyword research tools, you can find some of the great LSI keywords that's low in competition and also having high search volume. So you need to incorporate those LSI keywords into your article to make your article more relevant. So that's the reason. And the second tip I have for you is to create a content structure, because without a content structure your blog post or article will not look amazing. So for making your article amazing, you need to create a content structure. So in this example, you can see that here is the topic, that's usually the title, and here is the subheadings, and point 1, point 2, point 3, these are the H2 tags, this is also H2 tag, and the topics which are coming under H2 tag is called H3 tags. So you need to structure your content like this, and you have to write a blog post. So the next thing is fill up the content structure. So after you have created that amazing content structure, you need to fill your article with those content structures. You need to fill up your content structure, because without filling up the content structure, your article or your blog post is not complete. So you need to fill up your content structure to make it complete. Okay. So the next thing is use proper headings. Mainly we have 6 headings in the WordPress or Blogger platform if you are using Blogger platform. The first thing is title H1 tag. You don't need to use H1 tag mostly because H1 tag is mostly the title of our blog post, and H2 tag is the subheading, and under that H3, and the point which comes under that H4, and the point which comes under that H5, and another point which comes under that is H6. So you need to write your content structure in this way to get the most out of your blog post. Okay. Personally, I have never used far more than H3 tag because I never needed it. In this way your blog post will look more amazing. Okay. And the next tip I have for you is to drop your keywords in the first 100 words of your article. The reason why I'm saying this is Google searches for the keywords in the first 100 words of your article, and based on that Google determines what your content is all about. So you need to put your keywords in the first 100 words of your article. In this way your article will become more relevant to that keyword. Okay. And add your focus keyword to the H1 and H2 tag. This also helps in on-page optimization of your blog post. This is also important, so you need to add focus keywords in the H1 or H2 tag. And the next tip I have for you is to assign content to appropriate categories, and you need to rename your categories appropriate to that blog post. In this way your blog post will become more relevant to that category and more relevant to that keyword. Okay. So this thing you have to keep in mind. So the next thing is tags. Tags are like keywords. This also acts as a keyword. You need to add proper tags to your article in order to make it more relevant to that keyword. Okay. Let's say for example you are writing an article about how to cook biryani. So you can write tags as how to cook biryani, how to cook biryani easily, how to cook biryani in 10 minutes. So these are the keywords. You have to add some of your keywords into those tags. Those are called tags, and this also helps in on-page optimization of your blog post. And this is also very important because this also makes your article more relevant to the content, more relevant to the keyword you are targeting. Okay. And one thing I forgot to tell you, you can also use your researched keywords as your tags. Okay. So the next thing I want to tell you is to use schema markup. Schema markup, what it does is, schema markup tells Google what your content is all about and what your content is related to. And based on that, schema markup displays some of the appropriate results and appropriate styles. Displays some of your content in appropriate style. Have you seen something like stars and reviews in the Google? Those are called schema markup. So you need to add a schema markup on your website. So for adding a schema markup on WordPress, you need to install a simple plugin called schema markup. And with the help of that plugin, you can easily add schema markup on your blog. Okay. And if you are using Rank Math plugin, it has schema markup inbuilt on it. You don't need to install a schema plugin separately for schema, Rank Math plugin. And for Yoast users, Yoast provides it only for the premium users. So use Rank Math, and it also helps in doing on-page optimization for your website. So by using Rank Math, you can also configure schema for your blog. This also helps in on-page optimization of your blog. Okay. So the next tip is use proper inbound links and proper outbound links. This sends some great signals to the Google. If you are giving proper outbound links to proper authority websites, then Google thinks that your blog is also an authority. That's why this blog is linking to another authority website. So you need to do this, and you also need to give some inbound links. Let's suppose for example you have written an article about something, and that's proper in detailed and very depth, and you think that that article is very good and this will help a lot of people. Then you can write a then you can write similar blog post related to that, and you can interlink those articles to that main blog post. Okay, in this way your article will get more traction and more people will visit your blog post. Okay, so the next tip I have for you is to use professional looking images. You already know the power of images, and image says 1,000 words. You need to create professional looking images. I personally create my images in canva.com. This is a free tool in which you can create amazing looking images, and you don't need to pay for the premium version because I think creating professional images with free version is enough for me. So you don't need to purchase a premium version if you know how to properly use canva.com. This is the best graphic design tool for the bloggers and YouTubers. So you should definitely check out canva.com. This is the best tool I have ever seen. And I also want to tell you that use videos in your blog posts. Use as much media as possible. Use different kind of medias in your blog posts like audio, video, text, images. The more content type you put in your blog post, the more appealing it will look. This is the reason why you should incorporate different kind of medias in your blog posts, and also try to incorporate some infographics in your blog post, because infographics makes your blog post more easy to understand. So that's the reason why you should use professional images and different kind of medias in your blog posts. So the next thing is write shorter paragraphs. Writing shorter paragraphs is the most important thing, because mostly new bloggers makes this mistake and they write a lengthy 7 or 8 lines paragraph and nobody wants to read that paragraph. That long paragraph, it doesn't look good. So you should write a proper 1 or 2 line paragraphs. And the next tip is you should use bullet points and numbering, and you should bold, italic and underline important words, because this makes your important keywords or important points look outstanding and look different from the rest of the paragraph. So you should be definitely doing this in order to make your main keywords or main topics look different. Okay. And the next tip is you should write interesting titles and description to increase CTR. CTR means click-through rate. You should always try to increase the click-through rate of your blog post in order to get the most visitors, and Google also thinks that your website is an authority if more people are clicking on your blog post. You need to write interesting titles and description. I want to give you a short tip on this topic. You should arouse curiosity in your reader's mind so that whenever a reader sees your titles and description, he will be curious and make him want to know more. So how will you do that? Ask a question on your title or description. Create curiosity in your reader's mind by writing your title and description in such a way that he will be curious and want to know more. Let's say, for example, I'm giving you an example of an interesting title. Here is an example: 10 ways to do keyword research that very few people know. This is very great title because people want to know more. People will want to know that what are those 10 tips that most of the people don't know, and they will click through your link and read your article. So the main point here is you have to craft your title and description in such a way that the reader wants to click on your website. Okay. So that's not all. I have created a whole list of all the points that you need to keep in mind while creating a blog post. You can read the full article by going to my website and reading the article on how to write a blog post. In that blog post, you will explore some of the great ways you can write a blog post. This is just a small part of that article. If you want to know more, go to my article. Let me show you what my article is. So here is my article. I have written a complete 8,000 words article in this topic. You can explore many more important things that you should keep in mind while creating a blog post by reading my article. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you learned anything from this video, please give it a like, please give it a share, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel and press that bell icon, because we keep making these kind of videos related to blogging, YouTube, digital marketing kind of stuff. So you don't want to miss any of our videos. So that's it. Thank you for watching.